Welcome, yogis. In this practice, we'll be working with the fire element. The fire element is positioned in our Manipura Chakra. So it's the core of our body. In this practice, where normally we'll be working a lot on the legs and our hips. In most practices, this practice is really about the core, and we're bringing the energy up. We're working the shoulders as well. For most of us, we'll consider this a little bit of a stronger practice just because of that. We'll do some inversions. We work with handstand play. If you're not really comfortable with that in your practice, then you're very welcome. You can skip it, or you can amend this practice very easily so that it suits your needs. So let's get started. We'll just find a little bit of movement in our body just to check in, to feel if we have any tension or tightness that we have. So it's free movement, feeling into your hips and your spine and your shoulders. If you have any shoulder injuries, you have to really make sure that you take notice of your shoulders, that you keep your shoulders stable, meaning that they're externally rotated so that the shoulders are stable. And this practice might not be the most suitable for you if you have any shoulder injuries. Even though working the shoulders, working strength with strength in the shoulders can heal many injuries that we have in the shoulders. So once you feel comfortable in your body, then we're coming to an upright seated position. And we just for a moment bring our focus to our breath, and we lengthen and deepen both the inhalation and the exhalation. And we just feel the energetic movement up and down. Up on the inhale, rising up from the sitting bones, bring the energy just in front of the spine up into the crown of the head or even beyond. And on the exhalation, sink it down from the crown of the head back into the sitting bones. So just feel that. If you're a visual person, then you can maybe use imaginary lights that you move up and down in front of the spine. If you're more kinesthetic, then maybe you'd like to work with heat or coolness, that you just kind of move up and down. We're opening up here our central energy path, the Sushumna. And for that, we just use the breath, and we're balancing out the energy doing this. So on the inhalation, we're adding energy. We're making our mind and our body more alert. And on the exhalation, we're relaxing and we're calming our body down. And in the end, we're trying to make sure that we are balanced, that we're both awake and alert and calm and relaxed. So that's our aim here at the start of the practice. And what you can do is that if you feel you've maybe been rushing, getting onto your mat, maybe you feel you don't have a lot of time for your practice, then really focus on your exhalation to calm yourself down. If maybe today you came onto your mat a little bit tired, then focus on your inhalation to lift your energy up a little bit. There's a practice that you don't have to do only at the start of your practice. You can actually do this at any time during your day. And then when you're ready, we're bringing one hand onto the belly, doesn't matter which hand that is, and then we're directing the breath into the belly. So on the inhalation, we're pushing the belly out, and on the exhalation, we're drawing the belly in. On the inhalation, we're softening the belly muscles, but at the same time, we're actually activating the big muscle that we use to breathe. And on the exhalation, we're drawing the belly in, and then we're activating the belly muscle. So inhale, relaxing the belly muscle. Exhale, drawing the belly muscle in. Inhale, pushing it out. Finding that nice connection into your belly. Inhale, exhale, draw it in. Inhale, push it out. Exhale, draw it in. Now inhale, push your belly all the way out. And exhale, just pull your belly muscle in really fast. Like that. And then inhale, you breathe back in. And exhale again. Keep on breathing like that for a little bit longer. So the inhale softens the belly muscles and really pulls the diaphragm down. And on the exhalation, draw it in. And the diaphragm lifts up. And then return to your natural breath and bring your hands onto your knees. And just feel here for a moment. How do you feel? This type of breathing, especially when we speed it up a little bit, is called Kapalabhati breath. And Kapalabhati is breath of fire. We're directing the breath upwards, and it's literally meant the skull shining breath. So as the energy is being pulled up, we're kind of directing the breath and the energy into the skull, the chakra, the crown chakra at the top of the head. And we'll be practicing this breath a couple of times here at the start of the practice. So to start, we bring the hands in front of our chest and then we find our Angi mudra. That's the mudra for the fire. We're interlacing the fingers, we release the index finger, and then we're crossing the thumbs over. One goes over the other. And this we bring in front of the heart space. And our next inhalation, we're reaching the arms up, keeping our Angi mudra. We wrap the upper arms around the cheeks or around your ears, whatever kind of works. Feel now the straight line from the index fingers, right, reaching up, to the sitting bones, which are sinking down. And then here we find a Kapalabhati breath. We're doing 36 breaths, but you're welcome to add more or to do less. We'll do this 3 times, so 3 times 36 Kapalabhatis, but in between we have a break. So take a deep breath in to start, and then exhaling by pushing your belly muscles in. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath. Keep on reaching up. Keep on lengthening and elevating through the spine. And then exhale as you release your hands down. Finding here your mandala mudra. The hands rest one on top of the other. The thumbs come together. The mudra for wholeness and completeness. And just feel here for a moment after the breathing. What is there? Just notice. Let go of judgments. Let go of things about good or bad. Just notice. Maybe you feel a little bit of tension in your belly, or you feel maybe a little bit lightheaded. Maybe you don't feel that much. It's all fine. And so then we'll do that again. So bring the hands up, palms together, finding Angi mudra, interlacing the fingers, releasing the index fingers, crossing the thumbs. Inhale, rise it up. Wrap the upper arms around the cheeks. Really find that straight line first, elevating through the shoulders. Take a deep breath into your belly. Kapalabhati, 36 times. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. And exhale. So the breath for the Kapalabhati is all through the nose. Feeling here, hands are mandala mudra, the mudra for completeness, for wholeness. Feel here. At the end of your second set of Kapalabhati, how do you feel? What's there? Let go of judgments. There's no good or bad. Just feel. This could be the first time that you've ever practiced the Kapalabhati breath, and it will feel very different from if you're a regular practitioner. And then we'll be doing this one more time. So bring the hands in Angi mudra in front of the heart. Rising up. Reaching, elevating through the shoulders. Straightening your arms. There's a lot of direction, a lot of intention here in the movement. We keep that rising up. Take a deep breath into your belly to start 36 breaths. Deep breath in. Hold the breath. And let it go. Mandala mudra in the hands. One hand resting on the other. Thumbs come together. The mudra of completeness. So feel here. After 108 of Kapalabhati breaths. Feel this completeness, this wholeness within yourself. Let go of any judgments. Let go of expectations. You might feel the heat that might have arrived a little bit in your body. And just be with that. Become aware of how shallow your breath can be now after the breath work. Keep your direction, the focus of your mind drawn inwards. Every time it moves away from you, bring it back to your breath. And then we take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, we let the head hang down and we gently opening the eyes. If you had them closed, checking in for a moment. Reconnecting to your environment. And from here, we're coming up into a standing position, a straight forward fold. So you bring your hands down, planting the feet down onto the ground, straightening the legs out. And you can just pedal here through the heels. Your legs don't have to be completely straight. We all have different length hamstrings. So just kind of feel. Maybe you prefer to just have your elbows onto your knees like this. Maybe that feels better for you. Release into the lower back from the sitting, any sensations that are there. There's no rules, just whatever feels good for you. Just make sure that you're not building up tension instead of releasing tension. And from here we're going to begin with our first wave. So we're coming into our forward fold. On the inhalation, have a halfway lift. And on the exhalation, bend your legs and scoop your arms back in your skier's pose. Then on the inhalation, we're finding our Angi mudra, rising the hands up as we find our Utkatasana, our high chair pose. And on the exhalation, it's like we're pouring ghee on the fire. With our index finger, we're pouring it down. And on the inhalation, we draw it up. Angi mudra vinyasa, as taught by the beautiful Shiva Rea. Exhale, sinking forward and down. Inhale, pulling the energy up. And let it rise and ignite. And on the exhalation, sustaining the fire, putting the ghee on it. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, folding forward and down, straightening your legs. Inhale is your halfway lift. On the exhalation, bring your hands down. Step it back into your high plank. Feel here for a moment into your high plank. Activate your core, pull your belly button away. Hips and shoulders are more or less at the same height. We're not sticking the hips out like that. Or we're not dropping the hips as well. We're just trying to find it rounding into the lower back, pulling the belly button away from the mat. And then bring your knees down. Stretch it back into your melted heart pose. Melted heart is like a child's pose, but now the hips stay over the knees, more or less. And we just get a nice stretch here into the shoulders. We want to warm the shoulders up. We've already done that a little bit as we did with our Angi mudras. Now we just want to kind of get a little bit more of a stretch out. I like to really ground through my hands and then from there pull myself back a little bit through the hips. And that gives me more space in my shoulders. My shoulders naturally are a little bit tight. Exhale here fully. On the inhalation, you bring yourself forward, back into your high plank. Your fingertips are slightly pointing inwards this time. Lift your knees above the ground or keep your knees on the ground. We're going to do 3 push-ups. So we take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, we go down only as much as we feel is good. Inhale up. Hips and shoulders move together. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale down. Inhale up. On the exhalation, sink it all the way down. Interlace your hands behind, rise it up, Shalabhasana. So the hands go back and up. Your feet can be off the ground if that feels better. I prefer to keep my feet down onto the ground. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, hands next to your waist. On the inhalation, upward facing dog pose. On the exhalation, downward facing dog pose. Straight away, on the inhalation, rise your right leg up behind. On the exhalation, draw your knee into your chest to step your foot forward and through. Maybe you need to help with your right hand to make it coming through far enough. Inhale, rising up. crescent lunge. We find Angi Mudra in our hands. And instead of coming into a back bend here, we try to find straight lines. Pull your belly button away from your knee. So you're really shortening into the core. You pull your lower rib cage in the direction of your pubic bone. And from there, you try to find a straight line through the arms, the hands, up towards the sky. Back leg is strong and straight, but it's more about the core. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhalation, hands land on either side of your foot. Fingertips slightly pointing inward. Step it back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, 3 push-ups. Exhale down. Inhale up. Don't go too fast. Exhale down. Inhale up so that we move with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Interlace your hands behind. Lift your chest. Lift your hands. Rise up. Shalabhasana. Releasing the shoulders. That's why we're here. Take a deep breath in. Release your hands. Inhale, rise up, up dog. Exhale, push it back, down dog. Straight away, left leg. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Step your foot forward and through. Inhale, crescent lunge, straight lines. Feel that shortening into the front of the body. You wrap your upper arms. The arms are not soft and loose. They're really straight and reaching up towards the sky. The gaze can just be forward. That helps you to press the upper arms a little bit more into the head. Activate your core. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Inhale here. 3 push-ups. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hips and shoulders together. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. Shalabhasana. Rise here through the hands and the shoulders. Open it up. Don't look up with your gaze, putting pressure into the back of the neck. Just tuck your chin slightly. Keep space in the back of the neck. Exhale, hands on either side of the waist. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Now we're in our down dog just to rest. So when we're burning the fire, we just want to make sure that we also sustain it, to also maintain it. So we're releasing here the chest in the direction of your toes. Keep on grounding through the hands. Checking in for a moment, what is your relationship with the fire element? How do you feel? And then we're stepping the left leg up on the inhale, rise it up, 3-legged dog. On the exhalation, we bring the foot down just a little bit shorter stance than what we normally do, like we've taken a little step. Then on the inhalation, bring your right leg up, bring your gaze in between the thumbs, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Now, this could just be how you want to stay. Maybe that's what you want to work on. Maybe you have any shoulder injuries, and that can just be enough. Or if you want to, you can kick it up. You land on your left foot. So you kick it up, and you land very lightly. Kick it up, and land. We do that 3 times. Kick up, and land. Then we're landing the right foot where the left foot was. So it's a short stance. Lift the left leg up. Shoulders over the wrist, maybe stay here, or 3 times kick up. So bend the leg, exhale, inhale up, exhale, land. Inhale up, exhale, land. Inhale up, exhale, land. There's no sound on the landing. The last one, from here, just step your left foot forward and through. Step your right foot together, inhales your halfway lift. Exhale, folds, bend your leg, inhales your Utkatasana with your Angi Mudra. Exhale, pouring the ghee on the fire. Inhale, pull the fire up and let it rise. Exhale, sustaining yourself. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful way to release the shoulders. Last one, inhale. Exhale, straight forward fold. Here we are. This is our pause, this is our rest. So just feel for a moment. Notice your shoulders. If you feel that you need to release the wrist, then bring the backs of the hands down onto the ground or just shake your wrist out. Sometimes it feels good. You can also find your Parahastasana. That's a pose where we step with the feet onto the hands. In that case, we want to get the toes all the way up into the wrist creases so we can get it a nice little squash. And you can lift your heel up one at a time if you want to even release the wrist more with a bit of pressure. Just feeling here, whatever option feels best for you, whatever you feel you need to release. Let your head hang down, softness in the shoulders. Coming back to your breath. And we exhale here fully. On the inhalation, have your halfway lift, release your hands if you had them caught. Bring your hands down, exhale, step it back, high plank. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhalation, knees down, melted heart pose. Releasing the forehead down, releasing into the shoulders. So we're stretching the shoulders here in flexion. This is an opening that we need as we come into a handstand position. So kind of feel that handstand position here in this pose. This is the opening in the shoulders that we require. So I prefer to keep your arms straight. If that means that you need to bring your arms out a little bit like that, then please bring them out a little bit more. If it's okay for you, you have your hands like shoulder width apart, and from there we're releasing it down. Just kind of feel what's right for you. Slow your breath down. So we want to make sure that when we have all that fire, that we balance it. It's not only go, go, go. There are pauses so that we can sustain that self-nurturing, looking after ourselves, knowing that only once we heal ourselves, only then can we help others. So we don't only want to give. That depletes us. It burns us out. We need to have that time where we give back to ourselves. And that's poses like these in our practice. Exhale here fully on the inhalation, coming back up. High plank. So you're welcome to have your knees on or off the ground. The fingertips are slightly pointing in. That's just in this practice. So that when you do your push-ups, that the push-ups are a little bit more push-ups with the elbows a little bit more out to the side instead of just the tricep push-ups that we normally do in our chaturanga or in our yoga practice. So you take a deep breath in. This time only one push-ups. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift your chest, reach. Exhale here. Inhale again, lift your hands up. Exhale, hands next to your waist. Inhale, rise it up, up dog. Exhale, push it back, down dog. Inhale, left leg, rise it up. Exhale, step your foot in a little bit. Inhale, right leg, lift it up. Now you have an option. You can either just lift it up like that. You can bring your shoulders over your wrist if you want to, and just kind of stay there. And then from there, you're going to draw your knee and step your foot forward and through. Or what you can do is on the inhalation, lift it up into your handstand. That is a handstand with an L shape into your legs. So then we exhale fully. Here on the inhalation, we're lifting it up. We're landing the right foot. The left foot goes back. So you either stepped your right foot forward, and your left leg is still back. Or you did your little handstand hop on the inhalation. You rise it up. Crescent lunge, straight front line. Draw your belly in, connect to your core. Deep breath in, exhale, hands down. Either side of your foot, fingertips are pointing in. Lower down. Inhale, push it up. Exhale all the way down, Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift through the hands. Exhale here. Inhale, another lift. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down dog. Right leg, inhale, rise. Exhale, step it in a little bit if you want to. Inhale, straight away up, or you just rise. You bring your shoulders up over your wrists. Exhale, step your foot forward and through. Either through a handstand or not. This time I showed it, not doing a handstand. Find that straight line, activate your core. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink down deeper. Inhale here. Exhale, on either hands on either side of your foot, step it back. Inhale here, lower down. Inhale, push it up. Exhale all the way down, Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. Inhale, lift your hands higher. Exhale, release them. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down dog. If you feel that you just need a little rest, then feel free to come either onto your hands and your knees if you want to, or you can come into a child's pose for a moment. You just want to make sure that you can sustain the practice. It's a stronger practice, as mentioned before. Do a lot of work into the shoulders and the core. Keep your core active, especially when you're in your down dog. And you have a choice here. You can stay in your child's pose. You can come and sit onto your heels like this for a moment if you want to release into the hands. You can come into this pose. Or we do our handstand kick-ups. 3 on each side. So left leg up. Step it forward a little bit and in. And then so we're going to land on the left leg. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, land. Up. And land. Up. and land. Change legs, right leg down, left leg up. Inhale up, exhale, land. Inhale up, little ninja yogis. There's no sound on the landing. Inhale, exhale, land. Step your left foot forward and through. Also, if you're in your child's pose, come up. Forward fold, inhale, lift. Exhale, skiers pose, scoop your arms back. Inhale, pull that fire up. Exhale, sink it down, sustaining the fire. Inhale, draw it in and let it rise. Exhale, sustain. Inhale, draw it up and let it rise. Exhale, forward fold. Here we are. Maybe release the wrists. Spend a little bit less time now here in the forward fold. As keep going a little bit more. Get that fire going a little bit more. Check in with your attitude towards the fire. Inhale is your halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step it back, high plank. Lower your knees down, melt it hot. Surrender here into the earth. Check in here for a moment into your Manipura Chakra, that space where your core is just above your belly button. Draw it in a little bit and feel into it. So Manipura is literally meaning city of jewels. It's our center of vitality. It's where our willpower and determination resides. And that doesn't come from hardening. It just comes from practice. That's what it is. If we're hardening too much into our willpower, we get stuck. But at the same time, if we don't train our willpower, then we get ruled by desires and our emotions. Our heart gets overloaded. So we need to have a strong core. Inhale, coming up, high plank, knees on or off the ground, fingertips slightly in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, all the way down. Hands behind the back. Inhale, rise, lift. Exhale, hands next to your waist. Inhale, rise, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Now we'll show the handstand. Exhale, left leg in or next to your foot. Right foot. Inhale, straight away, right foot up. Change legs. Land your right hand between your hands. Left hand behind. Inhale, crescent lunge. You can arrive here in any way that works for you. Crescent lunge, right leg leading. Activate your core, shortening the front of the body. Just feel here into your body. Exhale, hands on either side of your foot, fingertips slightly pointing inward, step it back, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. Interlace your hands, Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift your hands higher. Exhale, hands next to your waist. Inhale, rise up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in a little bit, makes it easier. Inhale, left leg up, shoulders over the wrist, rise, change legs, left leg lands, right leg behind, open it up. Find your straight line, shortening into the front of the body, wrapping the upper arms around your cheeks, elevating through the shoulders. This is all our handstand prep that we're doing here. Take a deep breath in. Exhalation, hands on either side of your foot, step it back. Lower down, exhale, inhale up, exhale down, Shalabhasana, interlace your hands, rise up. Inhale, reach your hands, exhale, hands next to your waist. Inhale, rise, exhale, down dog. Feel here into your down dog, check in with your energy, what's happening there. And then you can either stay here, or you can find your child's pose, or you can sit onto your knees. So we're stepping the left foot in a little bit, right leg up. The shoulders come over the wrist. Bend your left leg. Exhale. Inhale up 3 times. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now the next time you can change your legs if you choose to do so. So you're landing, you're taking off your left foot and you're coming back onto your right foot. So inhale up, change legs, land. 2 times on the left, inhale,
or 3 times, sorry. Inhale. And now the last one, you can lift it up and you land your left foot between your hands if you choose to do so. So inhale up, land the left foot between the hands, right foot joins, everybody joining into your straight forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, skiers pose. Inhale, Utkatasana with your Angi Mudra. Exhale, sustenance. Inhale, pull it up and let it rise. Exhale. Inhale, pull it up and let it rise. Exhale, do this one more time. Inhale. And exhale into your forward fold. Here you are. Check in for a moment. See if you're hardening. If you are, just let go. Soften into it. We have all the elements into our body. The fire, the water, the earth, the air, the ether. And quite often at the fire, we just kind of resist it a little bit. Or we maybe fear it a little bit. But it's just another one of those elements. It's our inner power, inner strength. And instead of fearing it, we should embrace it and empower ourselves to be strong. Inhale your halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step it back, high plank. Bring your knees down. Melt it hard. Release the shoulders, find the right spot for your arms, ground through the hands, pull yourself back. It's like you stretch yourself out here with a self-assist, pulling back through the hips, grounding through the hands. Find your connection into your Manipura Chakra, your core. Activate it gently as you're stretching it out into this pose. And also here, just feel into that space and what's your relationship with your core. What's the story that you have? Maybe you feel weak there. Maybe you feel super strong. Maybe you find a disconnect. Whatever it is, don't judge it. Just only kind of feel it. Create awareness. And then pull yourself back a little bit and come up into your high plank. And from here, we just find a little bit more core connection and core activation. So we'll have the same breath as what we had at the start, a Kapalabhati. But this time when we're exhaling, we draw the knee towards the elbow. So I'll show you on the left side first. So we're exhaling, knee to elbow. And then we kick it back. And we exhale fast, knee to elbow. And we kick it back slow. Knee to elbow, kick it back. So here we go, starting on the right side. 10 times on each side. Lift your right leg up. Exhale. Change legs. Exhale. Kick it back, bring your knees down. Melt it hard. Release, lengthen into the front of the body. Rest your forehead down. Taking a couple of deep breaths into your belly area, let go of tension. And just from here, we very slowly pull it back. And we come to sitting onto our heels. So next what we're going to do is we'll do a little bit of handstand work. And first thing that we use is the wall. So if you need to move a little bit, just find a spot where you have a wall. You don't have to use the whole wall. We're not going to kick into the wall. We're kind of actually going to push away from the wall. So what we'll be doing is we're standing up. And we measure about one arm from the wall. That's the right position. So wherever so I'm using my right hand, wherever your right foot is, that's kind of the position where I would like to bring my hands, right, on that position. So I'll bring my hands down where my foot was. And I'm going to walk my feet up, only one foot up, only up to where my hips are. So we have a tendency here to go way too high, to bring the foot high up like here. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to just bring the foot where your hip is, hip height. Ground into your hand, grip with your fingers so that the knuckles of your fingers come off the ground, the knuckles of your hands try to press into the ground. The weight is being carried straight down from the forearms, but we need to grip to protect the wrist. Yep, so there's definitely weight into the fingers too. So from here, we're just bringing the other foot up, and if you're comfortable, you bring it up. So you see that my leg that's on the wall is bent. The tendency we have is to go here, to kick the leg over too far, but I want you to look back and see if you can see the toes of the foot that's up in the air. See the toes, activate your core, push the floor away, keep your arms straight. At any time you feel you need to come down, you just come down. You take a rest, don't stand up, bring your hips down instead, so that all the blood in your head doesn't make you lightheaded, especially when you have a little bit of low blood pressure. So you just kind of feel into that. That you can say that's just really enough. I'm just going to work with that, and you might do that on the other side as well, or you might repeat the side you did, and then go to the other side. Just kind of feel into you. If you say, oh yeah, easy, like I do it all the time, or I can easily hold myself and I can be in a fairly straight line, then what we're going to do is we're going to add on, and the add-on is that we're going to see if we can free balance here. Now, the problem with the free balancing is that not a problem, but the challenge is that we're worried about going over. If you would go over here, and you have the wall, so it gives a lot of security, but if you would go over by bringing the hand that you would land last in a cartwheel. So if I would do a cartwheel, I would do a cartwheel like this. So this hand, my right hand, will go up and over. And as I do that, I cartwheel my legs out. I'm going to show you that first, how we do that, because if you're worried about, if you can't go over, you can't stay up. That's kind of the rule with handstands. If you're not sure about how you're going to get out of a handstand, you're not ever going to hold it. So an important part of handstands is getting out of a handstand. So I will move my right hand from here to there the moment I feel I go over. So I'm going to show you that. What I mean, so we're going up, I'll bring my other leg up this time, it doesn't matter though, and now let's say I'm going to go over, I lean too much, you go over, I move my hand, and I come down like that. My arms stay straight, at no time bend your arms. If you bend your arms, it's like holding a high plank with your arms bent, which gets very difficult. So the arms stay straight, we just swing out, bring that hand fast around. Here we go. So you either repeat what you just did, or we're going to find a free balance. In that case, we bring the hands down. We do exactly the same. We bring it up. One foot stays down onto the ground. The other foot goes up. Now I'm going to see if I can find my balance. And when I do, I draw my knee into my chest. So nothing has changed. I just draw my knee in my chest. Maybe I'm holding it. Maybe you just keep on touching the wall. That's perfectly fine. Find your balance. Grip the floor with your fingers. Your fingers are your best friends. They're your brakes. And then very gently, when you're ready, you bring it down. Don't bring your hips up, sorry. Don't bring your hips up or your head up. Keep your hips down, close to the ground, so the blood can flow out of your head. Taking a couple of deep breaths, just calming yourself down, especially if you're not used to handstands, and this is kind of one of the first times that you're coming up, or it's just a practice that you are not that familiar with. Just give yourself a little bit of time here. So we'll do that again, but now we do it on the other side. So whatever leg you head up, we're going to bring the other leg up. We find that straight line, try to find your toes so that you activate the core, and then instead of kicking the other leg up, I'm going to draw my knee into my chest. That automatically helps me to activate my core. Keep your core active. Find your balance. Don't worry about not finding it. Just work towards it. Keep your arms straight too when you go over. You just move your hand. And you have a safe landing. So coming down, taking a rest here. Just want to release into the wrist. It's hard work for the wrist. So shake them out a little bit. Now you might say, oh, I've already done all those kick-ups. We've already done push-ups. My shoulders feel very tired. I don't think I can do a handstand now. This is not the right moment. But it actually helps. All that work that we've already done in our shoulders helps to find more confidence. So if you feel that's it, that's great. Or if you say, I'd just like to stay with the wall a little bit longer and kind of work with that, then you can do that. If you say, oh, I'm ready to move on, or
If you've maybe done this practice before and now you're here again, then the next step that we do is we do the same, but now we do it in the middle of the room. So we lose the safety of the wall. The same rule applies. When I go over, I bring my right arm around to catch myself. My legs will always swing that way, not ever the other way. Doesn't matter which leg I kick up with. If it's my left leg, if I feel I go over, it's my right hand that makes the move, because that's how I go in my cartwheel. Okay, so either go back to the wall and continue that, or bring your hands down onto your mat. So we already have a shorter stance in our down dog. This is our down dog position. I want you to have a shorter stance so that the shoulders already can come over the wrists. I grip the fingers into the ground. My fingers are my best friends. My fingers make that I'm not going to go over. So grip the floor as much as you can. The knuckles of the hands are down, but the knuckles of the fingers are off the ground. So gripping the floor, shoulders are over the wrist, and then we're going to kick up only with one leg. The other leg comes into our chest the same as we did onto the wall. So one leg up, kick up, other leg stays in. And up, and keep it in. If you accidentally hold it, you just kind of stay there. Otherwise, you just have a little bit of fun, just kicking up, feeling that sensation of lightness. And when you feel ready, you change sides. Other leg up. So my left leg has to go into my chest. Kick it up. And many times as you feel you need to, as you feel you have energy, whenever you go over, you bring your hand over. The knee comes into the chest so that my core is active. And then you land it. And we release, we come to sitting. When you're ready, we interlace the hands behind. We lift through the chest. And we just take a moment here. Grounding ourselves. Slowing the breath down. Keep on pressing the tips of the shoulders away as much as you can. And then we find more release now in our last little wave. So we bring the hands down onto the ground. Inhale is our down dog. And we're not going to do any push-ups or handstands anymore. Exhale fully here. The inhalation is your right leg up. On the exhalation, draw your knee into your chest. So step your foot forward and through. Inhales back into your crescent lunge with Angi Mudra. Find that space. Elevate through the shoulders to release the shoulders as much as you can. Shorten into the belly. On the exhalation, draw your hands into your chest. Find your twist. Releasing here into the spine, especially the lower back. Exhale fully. The inhalation is your warrior two. So gently sway it around. Back heel comes onto the ground. Nothing changes in the legs. It's just the hips opening up. Push your hands away from each other as much as you can. And then gently move hands, the palms up and down to release the shoulders. And next time the palms are up, keep them there. Exhale fully. Inhale reaches you back. Just to release the shoulders, nothing else. Exhale, extend it forward. Feel the movement in the shoulders. Inhale, coming back up, warrior two, palms are facing down. Exhale here. Inhale, reach your arms up, turn your toes towards the side of the room. Exhale, eagle wrap, right arm goes underneath the left. If an eagle wrap is not working in your shoulders, then you just give yourself a hug. Inhale, rise. Exhale, going forward and down. Reaching with the elbows down towards the earth. Hands can just follow. But the elbows is where our focus goes, so we get a nice stretch here into the lats. Exhale here fully. Inhalation, keep your arms eagle wrapped, rise it up, bend your legs, turn your toes out to the side or pull your heels in. Goddess pose, oops. Keep on reaching up.
Sinking down through the sitting bones, pushing the knees away from each other. Inhale, rise, release your hands. Exhale, turn to the front of the mat. Palms are facing towards each other. So now bring them forward and then out. And then we find our reverse prayer. So the palms are facing down. We bring the hands behind the back. So we're either having the palms together. I'll just turn so that you can see it either together, or you hold onto the wrist, forearms, or elbows. And once we're here, if you're comfortable, you bring your hands as high up as you can. Palms come together. Inhale, pushes the elbows back. Lift your chest. Exhale, very gently extend it over your right leg. Feeling here that extension in the shoulders. We have internal rotation here in the shoulders that makes the shoulders quite fragile. So be mindful here. Exhale fully, releasing your hands gently onto the ground. On the inhalation, you can step it back. You can stay into your down dog straight away, or you can Prana Vinyasa. With or without a push-up, choice is yours. And we're meeting back in our down dog. And then we change sides. On the inhalation, it's the left leg that goes up. And on the exhalation, we're stepping the foot forward and through, activating the core. Inhale, rise up. Keep that activation. Hands go in Angi Mudra, up overhead. Wrapping the upper arms around the cheeks, elevating through the shoulders so we can release the shoulders. Keep on feeling here into this pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, find your twist. Right elbow tucks. Hands can stay in your Angi Mudra as you look over the shoulder. Warrior 2, on your next inhalation, sway it around. Nothing changes in the legs. It's just the back heel coming down and the hips opening up. Turn your hands. So feel the movement all the way into the shoulders. You can go all the way if you want to, much further than just only up and down. And keep your hands up, palms up. Inhale, reach it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extend it forward, extended angle pose. Inhale back into your warrior 2. Straighten through the legs, turn your toes. Eagle wrap, this time left arm underneath the right. Or just hold your shoulders, inhale, rise. Exhale, going forward and down, elbows down towards the ground. Keep on reaching, keep on lengthening here in your forward fold. Bring the elbows down as much as you can. Stretching through the shoulders. Rounding the outside edges of the feet. Exhale here fully. Inhalation, bend your legs to come up to standing. Bring your heels in or your toes out. Goddess pose, so sitting down but reaching your hands up. Gaze can go up if that feels okay. Exhale fully on the inhalation, straighten your legs. Reach your arms up and then turn towards the front, opening up. Palms are facing towards each other, then you bring them forward and then out, and then a big circle. And finding here your reverse prayer, hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest, push your palms together. If you have them together, exhale, extend it over your leg. Keep on folding forward, lifting up through the elbows, letting go of tension in the back of the neck. Releasing tension, pressure in the shoulders. Exhaling here fully. Very gently releasing your hands next to your foot. And from here you can step it back, down dog, or your last vinyasa with or without push-ups. Just feel what you need. And from our downward facing dog pose, we're bringing the knees down. And we move into the hips. Let go of any tension and tightness that you might feel into the lower back. Activating your core, bring your knees together a little bit. And then we're extending the right leg out and the left arm out. So feel that we have a tendency here to kind of drop the belly. I want you to feel that connection into your core. Pull the belly up, away from the ground. Find your balance. And then reach your hand back to pick up onto your foot. You get a nice stretch out, lifting the foot up. Now we're dropping the belly to find that space. Exhaling here. Extend your leg back and your hand forward. And then hug it in. So we're hooking the elbow around the knee. Hook it in. Pull it in. And then bring your forehead in the direction of your knee. Playing around with your balance. The trust that you have in your abilities. Reach your hand back. Pull your right foot forward and through. Into your half splits. Just extending here forward. You can bring your hands out. If you want to, just kind of feel. We're all different here. If you feel that a full splits would be something that would be absolutely amazing, then you're very welcome to go there. We haven't done a lot of work into the hamstrings though, or into the hip flexors, so be very mindful. And then on your inhalation, you're rising it up. We find a Kurmakasana, so we're turning towards the right side of the mat. Knees come on top of each other. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see it. So this is our Kurmakasana position, feet on either side of the hips. You can push your feet further away from each other to intensify. If you feel that this is not a right option for you, then you just find your simple cross-legged. Right leg is in front of the left. Inhale, rises up. Exhale, hands out to the side as you fold forward, either over your knees or over your ankles. Stretching and releasing here into the glutes, the outside of the hips. On your inhalation, you're coming up, both hands up towards the sky. On the exhalation, twist. Right hand behind, left hand onto your right knee. Feel the release into the spine, the back of the neck, and the shoulders by pulling the right shoulder back. Take a deep breath in here, and on the exhalation, gently releasing back into your tabletop position. And here you just have a little bit of movement. Release anything that needs to be released. And then we'll be changing sides, so bring your knees together. Extending now the left leg out. Grounding through the left hand. Extend your right hand out. Find that straight line. Activate into your core, so don't allow your belly to drop. Find your balance and the trust in your ability to keep that balance. And then reach your hand back, picking up onto your foot. Kicking your foot out, opening up. So now we drop the belly and we lift the chest. Half bow position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend. Forward and back through the limbs. Deep breath in here. Exhale, hook your elbow around your knee if that's possible. Hand can come all the way up into the armpit or your rib cage, or maybe your hand is just around your knee. And then drop your head, bring your forehead towards your knee. Rounding the spine here, it's like a cat stretch, but then with balance. Reach your hand back, pick up onto the outside edge of your foot, and pull the foot forward and through, half splits. Keep on extending here. You can find your full splits. If you feel that would be good, if you did so on the other side, maybe you want to also do it here on this side. Main aim here is just to release the lower back. Exhale here fully on the inhalation, coming up. Turning towards the left side of the mat. Legs fold into each other, either Kurmakasana legs or simple cross-legged. Inhale, rise your hands up. Exhale, arms go out to the side, fingertips land, and you fold it over your legs. Stretching here into the outside of the hips. Checking in here for a moment with your relationship with the fire element. So you did so at the start of the practice. Now feel how it feels here. at the end of the practice, after all that activation, all that lift through the core, the rising of the energy, just check in. Exhale here fully. On the inhalation, rise it up, both hands up towards the sky. And then last, twist to the left side. Right hand on the outside of your knee, left hand behind you. Keep on pulling your left knee all the way through, opening up here. Taking a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, gently release. And from here, we're just coming to lay onto our back. And you can just feel here what you need. What do you need at the end of your practice? Maybe you want to hug your knees in and just make some circles. Maybe you want to bring your feet down and just wind wipe your knees from side to side, releasing into the hips and the lower back. Maybe you prefer to lay with your legs up in your Viparita Karani. Maybe your hands can come underneath your hips to find a little bit more support. Just kind of see what works for you. And once we're here, we really want to slow the breath down as much as we can. You're welcome to close your eyes, whatever position you're in. Slow it down. And as we're slowing it down, we bring our focus into our Manipura Chakra, our core. So feel that. So this is where our willpower resides. It's our center of vitality. The chakra underneath is our Swadhisthana, our center of creativity and of desires and emotions. And Manipura is like a sieve or maybe a funnel. All these desires that we have, all these ideas, these emotions that we have, all of them, without Manipura, arrive straight into the heart. The heart will get overwhelmed and will be difficult to make decisions. Manipura, our willpower, when we train it, is a filter so that these desires and these creative ideas can be manifested. They can become a reality. For that we need hard work, and that's something that you might have felt in this practice, that it is a little bit of hard work, and you have to kind of push yourself through something. It's not just only a beautiful flow where you kind of move from pose to pose. You need to kind of push through here a little bit. You need to be a little bit strong. Not physically strong, but mentally strong. And that is that fire element that comes from Manipura Chakra. At any time that you feel ready, you find your Shavasana, you just straighten your legs out. If you feel that there's anything you need, then just go for that. But when you're ready, it is Shavasana. And it's in Shavasana that I'll leave you. I would like to make sure that you take your time here, not rushing out of the practice, especially with the fire practice. If anything this practice teaches us is that we can't only go, go, go. We have to really slow down and take a long exhalation occasionally, have a pause so that we can sustain ourselves. Thank you very much for sharing your practice with me. With love and gratitude. Namaste.